Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they...
Turning it on! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. First down here for the offense. The hand to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Pineda. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Wildcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw on third. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never in doubt about that one.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time today. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Mississippi State right back to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Pineda. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. One back to the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield.
Gain of 19 on the play.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down.
Back to pass. Slithers into space. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And a really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's picked off. That's number 10.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Looking for room at the 25. He's loose. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you can tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
Rides the back on the option to give. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my plug unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove out to my team, to my unit, to everybody out there, I can get this first down. Let's go.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Tight end now in motion. Jet sweep to the edge. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Bunch formation for these receivers. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nevada. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Taylor wants to throw it. Skips away from pressure. First down and more. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. They'll run the screen. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Really nice job that time by the quarterback, getting that passing touchdown. You know that's going to really help the confidence of not just him, but his play caller and teammates as well, knowing, hey, we can have success in this game airing it out.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker. It is so important to this team.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Kentucky. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. A long run from the running back, not exactly setting any land speed records, but he got the job done.
It was a long run that took a long time because he's not the fastest guy in the world. But it doesn't matter, right? Get that nose for the end zone, get in the goal line. That's all that matters. That's all we're keeping score. That 6 counts for just as much as all those fast guys. They get the
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Taylor wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. So now it's second and long. He'll keep it himself. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to keep the drive alive. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Finding an escape route. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Taylor wants to throw it. He's got it on the move. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
But that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Unleashes one. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll do it himself. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Taylor wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys. Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive and second.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
They're dealing with a second and long. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Takes it on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the touchdown, Kentucky. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Jose State is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over Nevada. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Leaves it with the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to take a shot.
want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Taylor wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Mississippi State right back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Lanier. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Nice job there by the QB in the zone because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive points.
Taylor wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lanier. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. legs, it's Fuentes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get...
Oh, he's got some space.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Rides to back and leaves it.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Fuentes. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lanier. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He'll do it himself. Look out, he's got room. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Taylor wants to throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
One final play before the end of the quarter. The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Quickly out to the tight end. just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lanier. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Still looking on the move. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Here comes the heat. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The return is brought down at the 36.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, then you're going to have time to throw.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. There he goes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. He's got it on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went game time.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Here's a heat. Got his man downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Quarterback will keep it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Pushes toward the goal line. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you love the gutsy call by the offense there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit, because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Kentucky will be forced to punt.
On to kick it away.
Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just 1 possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The give on the option. They'll stop him short on 3rd down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Complete out of the backfield. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, and then you can go make big plays.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.